Welcome to Kicking It with Saint podcast, man. There's a lot of podcasts on this channel, or it's gonna be multiple podcasts. But I think this is gonna be the one where we predict, or where I predict and give my thoughts on the upcoming games for Sunday. I think this is gonna be the one. At least this week, that's where this type video will be on the Kicking It with Saint podcast. So thank you for joining me. If you're new to the channel, hey, stay true to the channel, man. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, share the video. It ain't gonna hurt you. I appreciate you if you do that for me. But hey, let's get into these games this week, shall we? Hey yo, y'all catch the Rams Seahawks though? I already knew the Rams was gonna win. If you follow me, obviously you know I'm a big Rams guy. I'm a Ravens fan, but I fuck with Aaron Donald and McVay heavy. But boy, Russell Wilson, man, his kryptonite is definitely the Rams. Go check out his last couple games against the Rams, man. Them shits is hideous. Them shits is hideous. I mean, shit, that's who just knocked him out of the playoffs last year. And then Russ about to be out for at least a month, I believe they said, because he just dislocated. He got an ugly dislocated finger, bro. That shit was his index finger. He dislocated that bit out. Y'all got not Tyrod Taylor. Y'all got Geno Smith starting. Geno Smith came in and looked good, but Shannon Sharp says because they didn't prepare for Geno. Now he did throw a pick on that last drive. Now I don't know why he still threw that ball, cause from what the camera angle and shit was showing was like dude had already failed, so he didn't have to make that. I don't know, bro. I think he should have thrown the ball out of bounds, but that pick ended up sealing the deal. Rams ended up winning. That game was way closer than it should have been, though, especially when you consider the fact that Russell Wilson was struggling throughout the game. Was crazy, man. Matthew Stafford, a decent quarterback, bro. But if you've been listening to me, bro, I told you, bro, he better than Jared Goff, but he ain't Lamar Jackson, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, man. I'm just I see the lion Matthew Stafford pop out in every single one of these games so far. The Rams are just better in every aspect than the Lions. So it's gonna be hard for him to fuck this ship up. Like it was hard for Jared Goff to do it. You gotta remember, Jared Goff did take this to help. He did get carried to a Super Bowl by this team and did his part. So I mean, it's gonna be hard for Matthew Stafford to fuck this up because he ain't nowhere near as bad as Goff, and he don't need to be babysat and just crutched around like Goff did. But hey, he missed a lot of throws in this game. A lot of easy. Probably would have threw for fucking 500, 600 yards if he had to hit every throw he should have hit. Excuse me. But he did come back with a great response drive when the Seahawks finally scored and whatnot. So, hey, I'm happy. Obviously, I needed them to win. I didn't need them to win, but I wanted them to win, and they got the dub. So I'm happy about that. But hey, yo, the Jets and the fucking Falcons, bro. They playing in London this week, I believe, and they gonna be playing at 9:30 in the fuck. I don't know who gonna be up to watch that shit, but whew, sheesh. Now, logically, I should probably take both of these teams 1-3. Both defenses, no, well, actually, no. The Falcons' defense sketchy and probably bad to a lot of people. To me, the Jets' defense is not that bad. And C.J. Mosley been hooping. I love C.J. Mosley, former Raven. But this was about to be funny. The Falcons' offense have Matt Ryan looked good last week, and the Falcons probably will win this game because they offense. I trust their offense more than I trust the Jets. But I'm gonna take the Jets. I'm taking the Jets, bro. I think that defense gonna get a couple turnovers on Matt Ryan. I think they might get like 2 or 3 interceptions and a fumble in there. And I think Zach Wilson gonna listen. Zach Wilson turned it on in the second half against the Titans last week, bro. He turned it on, and I'm telling you, I keep trying to tell people, man, him getting put in this fire right now, and them having faith and letting him work through these shits, his issues and shit right now, that's gonna benefit him in the long run. You gotta understand, he ain't in college, and now he ain't had the best teams and shit, so he gotta be Superman, but he gotta strategically be Superman. And I think he good enough to get it done, man. So I'm taking the Jets. I think they're gonna get their second win. But I will not be shocked if the if the Falcons end up winning this fucking game, bro. The Falcons about to end up blowing it out, ain't they? It don't matter, man. The Packers and the Bengals, man. I'm gonna be. Am I gonna watch this closely? Let me not start capping. I think I'm gonna watch this game close, man. I think I'm gonna watch this game close because I want to see what the Bengals do, man. The Bengals is at home, but this gonna be their first real test of me. Now both teams 3-1. The Packers had a little funker at the beginning of the season, but that they good now. Bro, I just told y'all, bro, relax. Shit happens. It's like a preseason game. Us getting the rust off in that first one, but I'm taking the Packers, bro. Taking the Packers. I don't know what the Bengals defense really is. If you caught my other video, you probably heard me talk about how I'm not really sure how great the Bengals defense is, and they did just get lit up a little bit by Jacksonville, who don't even run a great offensive scheme. But it's gonna be a tough one, man, because Joey Burrow got to go out there and match score for score now with Aaron Rodgers. He ain't playing just against that defense. It's one of them games where the opposing quarterback is better than you, and so you got to go out there and step up. Now, if the Bengals win this game, boy, the league on notice now. Straight up, the league on notice. That's gonna be a big win. But I don't think they're gonna get that win. I think the Packers winning that game. Keep it a whole 100 with you. I think the Packers gonna win that one. I think Aaron Rodgers on a tear right now. Aaron Jones on a tear right now. That now listen, the Packers defense, Jair Alexander, he might be out for the season. That's big. But even though I don't think that and Jamar Chase got 4 touchdowns in the first 4 weeks. Now I don't think the Bengals passing offense and scheme is as consistent as some of the other schemes and passing concepts. Even though Joe Burrow is good, he got some pretty good stats. So I do think they can take it. But Kevin King, man, boy, he could get torched this week. I'm still taking the Packers though. I think this is gonna be a big game for the Bengals. I just think they're gonna. I don't think it's gonna be a blowout though. That's what's crazy. I think it's gonna just they'll probably lose by a touchdown or probably just 9 points, 9 or less. I think it'll be a big game for them this week though. And then you got, bro. So you got the Lions and the Vikings, man. And I picked both of these fucking teams last week to win their games, bro. Not realizing that as bad as the Bears looked, I should have known the Lions was just going to play down to their competition. It wasn't that they had a good game against the Ravens. It was that the Ravens just played absolutely bad. It wasn't nothing good that the Lions did. It wasn't shit that the Lions did. It was the Ravens beating themselves. If I had have taken that into account and understood that going into that Chicago game, I would have understood that the Lions were going to play just as bad and they were going to play down into their competition. And I should have known the Bears would find a way to win that game because the Lions are the Lions. I should have known that. And then I picked the Vikings to beat the Browns. Baker Mayfield played like shit, like pure shit, and they still won. Now, granted, if you saw my other video too, I think Cleveland got one of the best defenses in the NFL. I think Cleveland's defense is legit, but Kirk Cousins, bro, what the fuck, man? So, needless to say, bro, I have no faith in either one of these two fucking teams. As a matter of fact, I don't like either one of these two teams after that last week. But if I gotta take one, I'm taking the Vikings. Now, the Vikings should win this fucking game, bro. They got the better offense. It's the better weapons on offense, the better defense, the better coach. But this game will probably be sloppy, or it'll probably be a high-scoring game because the Lions will probably play. Not the Lions. It has nothing to do with the Lions. The Lions are gonna be the Lions. The Vikings will more than likely play down to their competition. That's probably what's gonna happen, and so it'll look like a more competitive or close game than it's supposed to be. And then the Lions will probably eventually lose. I'm imagining that's how it's gonna happen. But at this point, I would not be surprised if Kirk Cousins found a way to help the Lions get their first win of the season. I just wouldn't be, bro. That's where I'm at with the Lions and the Vikings, bro. The Vikings 1-3, the Lions 0-4, bro. That's where I'm at. You got Broncos, Steelers. The Broncos headed to Pittsburgh. Now I was looking at some reports that said Teddy Bridgewater he was cleared by an independent doctor, so he probably gonna be cleared by a team doctor also. So Teddy Bridgewater playing this week. I would imagine like how they don't want Drew Lock walking out there. And so this is gonna be a game against Pittsburgh. Now this is what's gonna shock you. Now I was going back and forth with this game in my head because I was like, Denver's defense is pretty good, right? Lamar just torched them though. And that's not me saying, well, Lamar torched him. No, no, no. That's me saying, well, I just watched him get torched by a good quarterback. So that's telling me if I'm taking that into account, then their defense not as great as I think they are. However, if I look at what they do to bad quarterbacks, which Ben is, then they've done their job. So that made me want to take the Broncos. However, I think the Steelers defense will play. I trust the Steelers to stifle and bother Teddy Midwater more than I trust Big Ben to fuck this all up and play down and just, lose them the game. So I think the Steelers will get their first win since week 1, which will be their second win of the season. At home, nonetheless, because they haven't even won at home yet. Their win was on the road. And I think they're going to beat Denver, bro. I just think, for one, fuck Vic Fangio, bro. Like this bozo, bro. What a loser, bro. Yeah, fuck Denver, bro. I love no. Fuck Fangio, but I just think there's gonna be a tough. Now, Denver's defense could fuck Ben up. Like Von Miller could get it going and shit like that. But I don't know, man. I trust Ben's offense and them boys more to do something than Denver's offense. Plus, I just think as good as Denver's defense probably is against bad quarterbacks and bad offenses. And man, because if Pittsburgh lose this game at home, bro, that's another L at home. It's you almost done guaranteed you not coming making it to the playoffs because you got 3 teams, especially if the Cincinnati win this weekend. Like if Cincinnati and Cleveland win this weekend because they playing against 2 tough teams, if those 2 teams win and the Ravens take care of their business and win, it's gonna be and the Steelers lose, it's gonna be real hard for the Steelers to make the playoffs with 3-4-1 teams and you 1-4. For that reason alone, too, I gotta think that the Steelers is gonna get this because I still believe that the Broncos is a fraudulent 3-1 team, bro. I don't think they would have this many wins if those wasn't the teams they was playing in the beginning of the season. When they got their first real test, they got beat by 16 points and tried to score a little gimme touchdown at the end of the game and got mad when we picked up 3 yards or 5 yards. So I'm taking the Pittsburgh Steelers to win this. Now, I said that they had an unproductive offense, and I done said a lot of things about that Steelers offense, but I think Mike Tomlin and them boys find a way to get it done. He know that they can't lose this game, especially another one at home. So yeah, I'm gonna take the Steelers to win this game, man, and go to 2-3. Um, Dolphins, they on the road this week against Brady and them boys. I'm not gonna waste too much time on this. I expect the Bucks to come out there and win. Now, what's crazy is it might not be no blowout, and then again, it might end up being a blowout. It just might take a little bit longer to get to that blowout point because the defense for I really can't talk, but the defense for the Buccaneers done been pretty. I ain't even gonna say suspect. They just been bad, but they have a lot of injuries. But Villa and then that motherfucker Villa, man, he is a monster. He is a monster. But they're gonna win the game. It's just a matter of Brady looked kind of inaccurate and shit last week, but I trust Tom Brady far more than I trust the fucking Dolphins. So it's not even a question for me. I'm definitely taking the goat and the Bucks to get another dub, bro. Cause I think the Bucks and them boys could still be the Super Bowl representatives for the NFC. That's how good I think they is. Like I still would take them over the Cardinals, and the Cardinals hooping right now. But I fuck with Brady, bro. What can I say, bro? I fuck with Brady heavy, bro. Brady is that guy. Saints Washington an interesting game because I don't like neither team. Obviously, you know I don't fuck with the no name team, but I don't fuck with this little dink dunk trash ass offense at the Saints over there running with my boy Jameis holding them back. Like I don't even know why Jameis would agree to this trash, bro. Like they really so scared this man will turn the ball over that they done really fucking muzzled and leashed my boy up, man. That shit is whack, bro. That shit is whack. These coaches really be thinking they the ones out here winning these championships and winning these games and shit, bro. That motherfucker Sean Payton take a lot of credit for being a guru, but he ain't never had to do what Sean McVay did. That man ain't never had to carry a Jared Goff into a fucking Super Bowl, bro. Like I'm telling you, bro. Boy, man. Oh, I don't know who to pick for the simple reason I got a lot of dislike for Sean Payton and a lot of dislike for the Washington. We don't have a fucking name team football. So I really don't know who I'm picking right here. But Washington's defense done been bad this year. Chase Young don't even have a sack or a quarterback pressure, bro, or a hit or something like that. Smoke break. But there you got Taylor Heinicke who balling. So this is gonna be a very itchy. But who am I gonna take in this game? Man, I'm gonna take the Saints. I'm gonna take the Saints because if Jameis have to ball out, he will ball out. Plus, I think I trust the Saints just a little bit more than I trust Washington. I don't think Washington a good football team. Like everybody overhyping that defense and shit. I don't think. And people, you know who really getting overhyped, man? Ron Rivera. He got all them coaches of the year awards, but he also had an MVP caliber player in Cam Newton, an MVP caliber player on defense in Luke Kuechly, Thomas Davis, all those studs on that defensive linebacking core, all those studs up front, a great offensive line, Steve Smithson. Like, man, it's funny how y'all gave all that credit to fucking Ron Rivera, but can't give Cam a lick of respect. That's real funny to me. Smoke break. But yeah, I'm gonna take the Saints to win this game. Eagles Panthers. Now this this is a funny one because y'all going this about to be funny. The Panthers 3-1, the Eagles 1-3. I'm taking the Eagles. Now listen to me. Just listen to me. I don't think the Panthers would be 3-1 if that level of competition they played wasn't. They kind of like the Broncos to me. Now I do like the Panthers defense, but I like the Broncos defense also. I don't like the quarterback for either of the teams. That's the common denominator, bro. I don't like Sam Donald. I don't Sam Donald. I don't like Sam Darnold. I don't like Teddy Midwater, and nobody likes Drew Lock. And I think in this type of game, now listen, there's people out there. I'm not that like I like Jalen Hurts, but I'm not stupid. But Jalen Hurts to me, they offense in spots, bro. Like in that game against the Chiefs, they look decent in spots, bro. They had a touchdown taken away off of a goofy ass penalty. Like the game would have been closer than you think. Like I really think that offense can get. They got to stop shooting themselves in the foot. They got to stop getting so far behind in some of the downs. They got to cut out the third and longs, man. They got to do better at gaining yards and sticking to something. Like the game plan have to be more thought out and better. You can't have like these spots where you'll move the ball and then you go quiet for the next couple innings where you can't move the ball. The next couple innings, next couple quarters where you can't move the ball. Like the Eagles got to show a little bit of consistency at something on offense. But I do think they're gonna end. Hmm. You see, I believe that both offenses can be explosive because I like both. I like the receiving core for both teams. I like the receiving core for the Eagles a little bit more than the receiving core, and that's only because I like Devontae Smith more than all the receivers for both teams. But that's probably my Alabama bias coming out. But I'm gonna take the Eagles, man. I'm gonna ride with that one. I'm not as confident in that one, but this one not like the Jets where I'm just taking the Jets because I just want the Jets to win the game. Like I know the Falcons will probably win it, but I'm just gonna ride with the Jets and be happy. And if they win, I'm actually really picking this game, and I really am, torn on who I think gonna win because I think these is more evenly matched teams than people actually think. But I think, and it's gonna be a close game too. It's in Carolina, so ugh, man, that almost made me want to switch that pick to Carolina because Carolina's defense gonna be pretty good. Oh man, but I'm gonna still take the Eagles, man. I'm not really confident in that pick, but I'm gonna take the Eagles because I think these two evenly matched teams, the home field advantage might take Carolina over the edge though. But I'm gonna take the Eagles because the Eagles defense, man, that front can get to the quarterback if they get it going, bro. They was doing it last week. They just can't get behind in this game, and like I said, they got to keep them third and longs at a distance, bro. They got to stop with that. Then you got boy. Wouldn't it be crazy if the fucking Titans come in after losing to the Jets last week, getting them their first dub, and losing this week and getting the Jaguars their first dub? You gotta know that that's what they preaching in that locker room. We will not be the fucking team that just lost to the Jets and the fucking Jags. But boy, 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 that might happen because them boys in Jacksonville might rally around Urban Meyer sticking his finger in girls' booty holes even though he married and shit. They might rally around that shit, bro, and just ball out. And then Julio and AJ Brown probably still hurt, I believe, so they not playing. But I gotta believe, and I'm picking the Titans to win this game. I don't think none of that shit gonna happen. Um, I think Derrick Henry about to probably run for 200 fucking yards on these dudes. And I'm gonna tell you something, man. If I'm Derrick Henry, yeah, you getting a lot of hype and shit like that because of what you're doing. I don't really know if I would agree with how he being used right now. Like to run that much, bro. Like they running your tires. Like you gotta be running with two bald tires at this point, bro. Like how much longer can he keep this shit up? I don't know, but he gonna keep it up this week, I believe. I think that motherfucker gonna run for damn near 150, 200 yards against Jacksonville, bro. He about to get it done against Jacksonville. I think the Titans, they not gonna get Jacksonville their first win of the season. Jacksonville finna be 0 for their last 22 games, bro. The Titans gonna get it done. Tannehill gonna have a way better game because Jacksonville's defense just not that great, just not that good. And I think Jacksonville now Tennessee's defense haven't been good since Variable got there. How and it's ignore that. I think well it's not even I think Jacksonville's offense, man, it's kind of funky. It's not really that good. It's not a good scheme. It's not good play calling. Trevor Lawrence got them a lot of them points last week with just pure instinct and natural ability, bro. It wasn't the play call. So I think for that reason too. But then again, you could say the Jets play calling and shit been bad the last couple of weekends and they beat the Texans. But I think the Texans will come in there. I mean the Texans, the Titans gonna come into this game with the thing running the damn ball, bro. And we will lose off of running this ball, but we gonna run this ball. So I think Derrick Henry about to have about 30 something carries, bro. Dead ass. But the Titans winning this, man. The Titans winning. Patriots Texans. Boy, this gonna be a boring ass game. I'm just telling you right now, this is about to be a boring game. Um, if Mills is still starting for the Texans, the Patriots probably gonna win this game. It's probably gonna be a defensive game for the Texans. I can imagine a defense gonna dominate. Um, it's no fucking shot the Texans winning this game. They at home. The Texans offense don't look invisible, like they haven't been there. I really wish Mark Ingram would get traded back to Baltimore because Baltimore could use him right now. The Texans don't need him at all. Um, I don't know how if you're a Texans fan you still like wasting your time watching the season. Clearly they're not going to be a good team. I really believe that they might not win another game this season, to be completely honest with you. So I'm definitely taking the Patriots to win this game. Mac Jones might end up having his best passing game of the season if they let him throw it. If he can complete some passes down the field and shit, if they change, if the game plan ain't to just one read, uh, if your first read ain't open, just throw it to the running. I can't even. I don't know why I'm stumbling over remembering to check down. If your first read ain't open, check it down. If that's not their game plan, then the game might not even be competitive. Cause Mills might end up throwing about 3, 4 picks, man. Like the Bill Belichick got a way of making rookie quarterbacks look bad, but especially these type of rookie quarterbacks, bro. So the Patriots winning this game, it's not really no point in wasting a whole bunch of time on it because I don't think Mac Jones gonna really. I think this could be the game where he light this team up because he like the Bucks defense was bad last week, and people them 19 completions, man. Come on, man, y'all. I'm not finna get into that, but the Patriots, I think, they gonna get this dub right here, and what this gonna be the Patriots' second win of the season because both teams is 1-3. That's what's funny. I heard somebody say, "Oh, the Patriots the best 1-3 team in the league." Who gives a fuck? They 1-3, bro. Bears, Raiders. I saw a lot of fucking people taking the Bears to win this game, bro, and it's in Vegas, bro. So that's crazy. Ain't no fucking way, bro. And Justin Fields just got named the starter for the rest of the season. That's dope, I guess. That motherfucker Andy Dalton, I know he hurt. But nah, I'm not taking this. Derek Carr gotta have a bounce back game after Monday night, bro. What I'm gonna say is this: that Joey Bosa stud. He was talking about how Derek Carr curled up and shit like that when pressure was coming. I agree. I saw that, and I love Derek Carr. Love Derek Carr. Constantly going to bat for Derek Carr on this channel. But man, it was a thing where he could have got the ball to a dude or stepped out of the way or backed up into the pocket and tried to escape it, and he just tucked the ball in and went down. And that was a big part of the game where you gotta fight for that, bro. Like, man, when you getting hit, boy, you really can tell the quarterbacks who fold up or who keep taking them shots and willing to keep playing, man. That was crazy to see, but I think Derek Carr gonna have a bounce back game. See, the thing about Derek Carr sometimes, where I will be honest, where I think he suffered from the same thing that excuse me. I think Derek Carr suffered from the same thing that Jared Goff and Matthew Stafford struggle from. And that's they throw it to the same fucking person all the time. Too much sometimes. Where it don't matter. They just throwing it like Matthew Stafford would always throw it to Calvin Johnson. That offense probably could have been the best in the league because you have a Calvin Johnson and everybody else eating off of him. But nah, Matthew Stafford was targeting Calvin Johnson about 20 damn times a game, bro. Or Big Ben constantly targeting AB. Like that was his only person he would target. That's why it was funny that when he finally stopped doing that, AB was pissed off at him about it. Or then you got what you got Jared Goff. He was only throwing it to Cooper Cup, just constantly throwing it. Even other dudes be open, don't matter. He already knew Cooper Cup is where he was going to. So defenders are already keying in on these people because they know. Well, it don't matter if somebody else open. We know he going to throw it to dude anyways. Matthew Stafford used to do that shit. Like it's a lot of quarterbacks who do that where they just for a fact it don't matter what's going on, they gonna throw it to that dude. Derek Carr do that shit a lot with Darren Waller, where you just know he going to Darren Waller. He did it a lot against Baltimore. That's why the offense struggled in the beginning of the game, and then in the second half when he started spreading it around to Renfro, Ruggs, that's when they was able to take advantage of Baltimore's defense. If he come into this game only throwing it to Darren Waller, and that's really what's killing them and stopping them from being able to score. They offense is becoming one dimensional sometimes. They gotta continue to use all their weapons, and if it's a knock on Derek Carr's game, it will be those two things about the pressure comment that Bosa made, and you gotta spread the ball around, my guy. You gotta get everybody else involved so that the defense stay on their heels. They can't just keep keying in on Darren Waller, bro. Because now you making the game harder for not just you, but for Darren Waller. But I'm taking the Raiders to win that game, bro. That's gonna be a bounce back game for them. Next game we got on the slate is the Browns at the Chargers. This is funny because I talk a lot of shit about Baker and whatnot. And Justin Herbert and them boys look good. They just picked up a big win on Monday night. But I am taking the Browns to go into LA and win this game. And the reason being is because I believe I saw that game on Monday and Justin Herbert and the boys did look good, but they did look beatable. And I believe that the defense that they faced against the Raiders, as good as that one is at getting pressure on the quarterback, not about to be what they faced when they faced this Browns defense. Now, however, Baker Mayfield gotta at least be decent, bro. Like he can't go out there and be in the Baker Mayfield he been the last couple weeks, bro. Baker Mayfield gotta be decent if this team gonna win, man. Because if he ain't at least decent, yeah, they about to get their asses whooped, bro. And then what's funny is they won't even get their asses whooped, to be honest, because that's how good their defense is. Their defense gonna make sure they stay in the game. But if Baker Mayfield can go out there, stick to the, because it really don't matter what Baker do. You just need Baker to play his role, hand the ball off, bro. Continue to be the best handoff quarterback in the NFL, bro. And the Browns, I believe, will win this game. Because I don't think as much as I like the dudes on the Chargers defense, I don't think they defense got the dudes that's gonna stop Chubb and Hunt, bro. I think them dudes can eat on any defense. So if Baker Mayfield, if Kevin Stefanski remembers that Baker Mayfield's best quality is handing the ball off, then they gonna beat the Chargers, in my opinion. Because I think the Browns are better than the Chargers. Now some people gonna pick the Chargers because Justin Herbert better than Baker, and I agree. And I did say on my last video, the problem with Cleveland Browns is gonna be when Baker play bad. Yeah, it's gonna be easy to beat teams that don't have good quarterbacks who can put the team on their back. But Justin Herbert might be a quarterback that can put the team on his back. So it's gonna be interesting to see. But I'm taking the Cleveland Browns to go on the road and win that game because I think their defense is that fucking good. Giants, Cowboys, this ain't gonna take too long. Daniel Jones had his best game of the season last week, threw for over 400 yards, didn't turn the ball over. Look at that. Hey, he could be Danny Dimes for last week. But they about to lose to the Cowboys. If you've been following, you already know I like the Cowboys offense. My boy Zeke has been eating along with Tony Pollard. Now this was funny. This pass first team now with Dak balling with all those weapons, CD, Amari, Gallup. But they could really dominate you in either way if they got it going that day, because they can run the ball and pass the ball with those running backs and with the quarterback. I'm taking the Giants to win. I'm not the Giants. I'm taking the Cowboys to win this game. I think they better than the Giants. I think they better than every team in their division. I think this is the year the Cowboys should easily get to the playoffs in their division. Like I don't think none of the other teams in their division is on their level. So this to me should Anderson Chicago, Anderson Dallas. So I think this should be. I don't even think this is gonna be a close game for Dallas. Like I think Dallas should dominate this game. So I'm taking Dallas to win this game. I think Zeke and them boys gonna have another big game. And boy, I really want to see what it's gonna look like without Jalen Smith. Cowboy fans talking about, oh, it's a good thing we released him. We're gonna see. But that offense gonna be so good it won't matter against the Giants, bro. And then you got 49ers Cardinals. This gonna be funny. I'm taking the Cardinals, bro. I was gonna take the 49ers, but Garoppolo probably not playing this week. Now if Garoppolo playing, I'm taking the 49ers. But if he not, I'm taking the Cardinals. Because the Cardinals defense and Kyle Shanahan's play call, they done lost two in a row. They know, or three in a row, I think. They got to win this game, and they know that. But if they starting that rookie quarterback Trey Lance, I don't think he finna come in Arizona and get that win. Kyler been balling, having an MVP type season so far. I say Kyler played reckless, but it's working right now. And he haven't been as reckless, to his credit, as he usually is excuse me, in my opinion. So that's always a good thing if you're an Arizona fan. But I think Arizona been hooping, man. You got the receiving core. I mean, you got everything you need to be completely honest with you. So I think I'm gonna take Arizona, but only because I don't think Jimmy Garoppolo playing. So I think that's just gonna be too much for Trey Lance to try to like. Chandler Jones haven't had a sack since that first week. He might eat this week. He very well might eat this week. You got, excuse me. The Sunday night game. Bills, Chiefs. I do not think this game gonna be close. I think this gonna be a blowout. I think the Chiefs is about to dominate Josh Allen and the Bills like they do every time they done play them with Patrick Mahomes. And this is gonna be. And see, I hope that don't happen. Like I hope that the Josh Allen and them boys win this game. But if they don't, boy, because there's a lot of people out there who crown Josh Allen for achievements he haven't achieved yet, and who don't like Lamar Jackson and just discredit him even though he's achieved more than really any quarterback at this point in their career is not named Patrick Mahomes. So, if you remember earlier in the year when I was talking about how none of these young quarterbacks have beat Patrick Mahomes, well, one of them have it. His name Lamar Jackson. Josh Allen has it. He hasn't looked good against Patrick Mahomes when they done played him. And so what I think is going to happen in this game is that, for one, Patrick Mahomes and that offense don't look great every game, even with the turnovers. They came back against the Chargers. I have no concern about the Chiefs' offense in this game. They probably dropping 30-something points or more. But the Bills have been playing fraudulent teams. They've been getting their rocks off in these big blowouts on bad teams. Washington, the Texans. Yeah, you supposed to beat them teams. But like I said about the Panthers, I'm not finna act like you beating contending teams because you beat those teams. This Chiefs team, a whole different beast. And I believe Sunday night is not going to be the game that people think it's going to be. Just like the AFC Championship game wasn't the game that people thought it was going to be. Because, see, as much as I like Josh Allen, I watched Josh Allen play. Josh Allen hasn't really looked great this year. Okay? And as good as he looked last year, it was still times where he looked bad. In the playoffs, he looked bad, period. Like, he could have legit lost every single game in the playoffs until they got to the thing and actually did lose to the Chiefs. He could have lost to the Colts that first week and to the Ravens that next week. Go look at it. It was the Ravens' mistakes that cost them, not Josh Allen in that offense. So, I just don't think people hold Josh Allen to the same standard they hold Lamar to. Lamar actually has big-time wins against big-time teams in big moments. Josh Allen really doesn't, but people act like he do. I almost feel like people give Josh Allen Lamar's resume and trade and give Lamar Josh Allen's resume. That's kind of feel like what people been doing. But I expect the Chiefs to dominate Sunday, bro. I really do. I'm not going to cap with you, bro. I don't think it's going to be competitive. I think the Chiefs might look competitive in the first quarter, and then the Chiefs going to get to doing what they do when they play against the Bills, man. So I'm taking the Chiefs in a blowout win. And then obviously I'm going to get to the last game of the week at a different time. Colts, Ravens, who play on Monday. I'm going to do a separate video for that. So if you've been with me this entire time, man, I appreciate you for clicking on the video, bro. I appreciate you for taking the time to click on this video, man. You don't know who the fuck this dude is. You just took a shot and was like, man, let me check this out, man. I appreciate you for that, man, because you could have been anywhere in the world, but you decided to be here. And I love you for that. So I'm going to ask you to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share the video. It ain't going to cost you nothing, I promise you. It's just going to be you helping a small business out. You know what I'm saying? So, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Hope you have a great rest of your night. I appreciate you. And hey, saying out.
You ready to make history? Come on now. Yeah. You know there's these two words. And when I say them, people get goosebumps cause they know what happens next. So without further ado, free smoke. Look, scared cause I'm drowning in silence with bad thoughts. These days I don't have nothing to say, man, the bag talks. I put in headphones on my driver, pull up to the spot and give a good dick and Godiva. I can't lie, I'm uninspired. No more pillow talking about nonsense. I only stick around to put some band-aids on my conscience. I don't know why I feel so bad, nigga, that's what we do, no foundation. We don't build no more, we just screw. Half a bottle of Henny, girl, I'm going with the wind. The same niggas say they happy for me, ain't want me to win, so I'm done on my friends. Don't need help popping Coronas and reminiscing. I just call up Big Bro J and say it's time for venting. If I live forever, I hold this hate for some centuries. You don't know how much